Hi everyone, welcome back to the channel. All right, so we're going to be doing a reading here for Gemini. So this is going to be a love reading for the sign of Gemini. All right, we're going to see what Spirit has to tell us here for Gemini. Keep in mind this is a collective reading, so take what resonates, leave the rest. And don't forget to always follow your intuition first and foremost, okay? All right. So the first card out, we have tension, stressed out, migraines, and worry. We have harmony, balance, peace, and happiness. We have envy, resentful, competitive, and discontent. And we have karmics, third parties, haters, lessons learned. All right. Well, that is an interesting start here. Those four came out all together. So it looks to me like Gemini, you have a third party here. You have a karmic as well. So it could be the karmic as a third party. Could be, you could be in a relationship with a karmic and also have a third party. I'm not really sure just yet, seeing the cards. But obviously there were some lessons that needed to be learned. Karmics have to do with lessons. So lessons have been learned, hopefully on both sides. But somebody's envious of you. They are resentful. They're competitive. They're not happy at all. So they're pretty envious. But I'm thinking that, somebody in your circle, I'm sure it's you that wants harmony, balance, peace, and happiness. And, if you only have one karmic partner or a karmic relationship, and maybe the third party, is not a karmic, or it's possible that the third party might be the karmic. I'm not sure. Everybody's situation is going to be different. So take it as, like I said, take it as it resonates. And I believe that you at least want harmony here. You want balance, you want peace, you want happiness. So, but it looks like, at least the person that you're dealing with is pretty tense and stressed out. It could be all three of you, actually. If it's a third party situation, and there are haters out there, and lessons have been learned. Lessons are pretty. They're not easy. So I'm sure that if there are three people involved, all three people are probably tense and stressed out. But I know at least you want the balance, peace, and happiness back in your life. So another card flipped out, we have paranoid, cautious, insecure, and guarded. Put that right over here. Okay. Yeah, so you might be paranoid. At least maybe one other person in your triangle could be paranoid as well. But yeah, if you have haters out there, or you have people that are envious, that are resentful toward you, I'm thinking maybe you're the one that's paranoid, and with good reason, because if you're cautious and guarded, just because you have these haters out there, you just never know what unstable people might do. So, what else do we have, Spirit, for the sign of Gemini in the matters of love here? Okay, we have drowning, over your head, overextended, and rock bottom. All right. Well, Gemini, it sounds like you are definitely knee deep in things here. So definitely overwhelmed, feeling like you're hitting rock bottom. The only good thing about, there might be more than one, but definitely one good thing about hitting rock bottom is there's only way to, go, and that's up. So, if you're at rock bottom, the only way to go is up, unless you stay at rock bottom, but at least there's nowhere further down for you to go. All right, next card out, we have waves, emotions, worry, and fear. All right, so you're feeling definitely emotional. You have some worry and fear there. And if you're paranoid, obviously, yeah, that goes without saying. Okay, we have blocked, moved on, nothing to say, stop calling. All right, so it looks like, you know, it looks to me like part of this third party has blocked you. That might be what's causing the tension, feeling like you're over your head and overextended. Might be the reason why you're emotional with worry and fear, and you just want balance and peace back in your life. At least one of these people I'm feeling blocked you. They are moving on. They have nothing to say. They just don't feel like talking. So I'm sure, like I said, that's adding to your stress levels here. So it sounds to me like, if somebody's blocked you, it's probably not the karmic. It doesn't sound like a karmic situation. Normally karmics hold on and, just drag things out for as long as possible because they're trying to get something out of you usually, and not in a good way. So, that they could be the ones that are envious. Yeah, they're the ones that are probably hating, the haters. Hopefully you've learned a lesson from this process, but it looks like the other person in your triangle here has moved on, and they're done. So it doesn't sound like that person's the karmic or that person's the hater. Hopefully not the hater or the one that's envious. And they could be envious of the karmic if, this person really wanted to be in a relationship with you. They could be. What else do we have, Spirit? A couple more cards here. Okay, we have apology, arrogant, rash actions, and insincere. So I'm feeling that, if this person blocked you, they have nothing else to say. I'm thinking that, somehow this person got wronged in the process. I'm not sure. I'm feeling like you might have an apology, but flip it, switch it. Roles may be reversed here. But yeah, I'm feeling like maybe you might need to apologize to this person here that you might owe them an apology. But let me know down in the comments, and definitely like, share, subscribe. Like I said, comment below. It helps my channel grow here. I love doing this for you all, giving you some information and helping out. All right, let's see here. So we have a few cards that came out. We have vacay, get away, relax, and have fun. So it sounds to me like, if you're drowning here, if you're over your head, overextended, hitting rock bottom with emotions and worry and fear, and you're looking to get back, the harmony in your life with all this, after all this stress and everything, I think you definitely need a vacay. So maybe you're thinking about taking some time off from work, or maybe this situation here. And then we also have family, blood ties, and inner circle. So you might be, hanging out with family, people that you consider in your inner circle. We do have nightlife out here as well. That came out as well. So it's striptease, gamble, and Vegas. So that could be where you're thinking about going on vacation. I'm not sure if that's your thing here or not, but maybe that's where you're thinking about getting away. Maybe you're taking your family there, or your inner circle, so maybe some close friends, and just get away and try to forget it all for a little bit before you have to figure things out. We have intimacy, mutual respect, unity, and closeness. Okay. So, karmic situations sometimes can be that way at times, but they're very tumultuous usually. So they can be pretty drama-filled, pretty chaotic, and, with lots of highs and lows, ups and downs. So I'm sure that you've had some, closeness and intimate times, that were pretty good with your karmic, but I'm feeling that maybe the intimacy card is more with this third person here, the one that moved on, that doesn't want anything else to do with this situation. They're definitely looking for mutual respect and that unity with you. Okay, and then we have masked, hiding, concealing, and deception. All right, so that could be you that's hiding things. It could be the karmic that's hiding things. This third person here that's moved on, it's very possible that they did not know about your other person, the karmic, and maybe they just realized that things were not going very well between you two. Maybe they thought that you were hiding things and you weren't being very open with it. I'm not sure. It could go the other way as well. But usually, if they're the ones that moved on, they're feeling that they were deceived in some way. So yeah, I think that the masked, hiding, concealing, deception, at least between you and this person here that blocked you, I'm thinking that the hiding came from your part on your end, but it's also possible that the karmic concealed something from you as well, because usually that does happen in those situations. So, yeah. All right, let's get into tarot here and we'll see what's going on. All right. Spirit, please let us know what we need to know here for Gemini. Okay, in this situation. All right. So we have the Eight of Pentacles. So the Eight of Pentacles is talking about hard work and working on things. So, it's possible that you're cutting ties with this karmic and that maybe you're wanting to, restore things here with the person that blocked you. Or it's that you're trying to work things out with this karmic partner, which, the way karmic relationships work. I mean, some people, I don't know anyone that's ever stayed in a karmic relationship, but because they're just too stressful. They're too drama filled. You're really not supposed to stay in a karmic relationship. You're supposed to learn your lesson and move on, because that's what karmic relationships are all about. So hopefully this Eight of Pentacles is relating to maybe you wanting to work on things with this third person here, and forgetting about the karmic relationship, learning your lessons and moving on. But like I said, everybody's situation is different here. All right. Okay, Spirit, what else do we have here? We have the Knight of Swords. All right, so we have some fast moving information here. Maybe you're going to talk with this third person and try to get them to understand your situation. Looks like somebody owes somebody an apology here, so maybe that's what you're going to do. Feel like you're going to go and apologize for anything that happened there that might have been a wrongdoing on your part. And that, I'm sure that part of it is also that telling the person that you want to work on things with the Eight of Pentacles here. Okay, we got a few cards here. All right, let's see here. So we have the Ace of Wands. So a passionate new beginning. We have the Two of Pentacles, which I'm thinking that the Two of Pentacles here is showing the relationship that you had prior, before this person blocked you, that you were basically juggling two different things. And the two different things doesn't have to be people. It can be, different, like job and a person, or family and a job. I mean, it doesn't have to be two, love situations. But looking at this situation here, because of third party and karmic and, the person that blocked you, it definitely looks like a third party situation here. So it was a triangle. And so you've been juggling things, and look at the boats. I mean, in the waves, up and down, up and down. They're very, very tumultuous, just super high highs and then super low lows. So I'm feeling like that's how your life has been. That is definitely how your life has been. And, it's possible if you still have the karmic in your life that you're juggling them and maybe family, or juggling them and work, but then you also have this third person on your mind as well. Because, I'm seeing with the 8 of Pentacles here, I'm seeing that you want to work on things and you want to come in quick here with some information to tell them. You want to apologize because you want a passionate new start with this person. And then we have the Devil. So I'm going to put my little pen here. Yeah, there we go. Okay. So obviously you are very, very passionate about this person, about this third party here. It's possible that the karmic's also passionate about you, and vice versa. You might also be passionate about the karmic. But like I said, usually karmic relationships, if not all karmic relationships, aren't meant to last for very long. They're pretty stressful, and they're really just there to teach you a lesson, and then you move on. We do have the 4 of Pentacles as well. So you're holding on. So you're holding on. It looks like if you're still with a karmic, they're probably holding on to you, because a lot of times, it's you that needs to learn your karmic lesson and let them go. So, you could be holding on to your karmic could be holding on to you here. Obviously, the third person here is not holding on. They've let go. And then we've got the 10 of Cups. So those are all the cards that came out here. So, I'm seeing here that you definitely want a passionate new beginning with this third party. You want to start things over. You want to do a better job of balancing things. I think that you're very passionate about this devil, or about this third party with this devil here. But you might have things that you're working on. You might have things that you're dealing with this karmic about. The devil could also be indicating the feelings that the karmic has for you as well. The devil's usually like bad habits, obsessions, things that need to be broken. It could be, alcohol, or, all sorts of things, bad habits and things like that. So with the 4 of Pentacles, yeah, you're definitely holding on here. I think you're holding on. The karmic's probably holding on too. But it looks like you do want the ultimate, fulfillment here and happiness with the 10 of Cups. So the way I'm reading this is that, I don't know if, like I said, I don't know if you're still with your karmic partner, but I'm feeling like you want this new beginning and the 10 of Cups with this third party that blocked you. So, obviously you have an apology here, and, maybe that person has to apologize for something as well. But, yeah, I see you putting in some work here, and you want to come in to talk about things because you want this happiness here, the ultimate happiness. Okay, let's see. All right, so let's get some of these cards here and see. Spirit, tell us what Gemini needs to know regarding the situation here. All right, first card out, we have honeymoon. Honeymoon phase, attending someone's wedding. So you could be going on vacay here, getting away to someone's wedding. It's possible. Or, just attending someone's wedding. It also could be, when you come in to talk with this third party and apologize and, tell them that, you really want this new passionate new beginning with them, that if you guys get back together, that it's more like a honeymoon phase of the relationship. You know, it's that initial stage where just, you know, everything is just you and that person. I mean, it'd be awesome if that were, you know, forever. And for some people, they do work really hard at it being that way, or, you know, maybe they don't even work that hard. But yeah, I'm thinking that that's the passionate new beginning that you have, the honeymoon phase. And we also have vacation. You will be traveling soon. So it's possible that you'll be traveling to maybe see this person, this third party, to talk with them, the one that blocked you. You might just be going on a vacation. You know, we have vacay here, we've got vacation here, so it's actually been on, you know, here twice, so double confirmation about that. So some needed time off. I'm sure with all the tension and stress here dealing with all of this. All right, we've got divorce, experiencing a breakup. All right, well, if that's the case, then it could be that you know, the breakup between this third party here and yourself. It could be the breakup between the karmic and yourself. And divorce doesn't necessarily mean, you know, marriage. It can be just a relationship. So yeah, so that's kind of confirming what I was thinking as well, that, you know, for certain, I was thinking maybe it was certain people, but if you're not going through a breakup just yet, you most likely will be in the coming future here. Okay. And then we have intuition. The red flags you ignore now will come back to bite you later. Okay. Let's see if I can do this and cover these people up. Okay, perfect. So yeah, you know, you definitely need to follow your intuition. I always say that before all of my readings, that, you know, tarot is a tool. It's a great tool for information and for guidance, but, you know, we don't know your specific situation, and this is a collective reading. I mean, even if you get a private reading done, you still know your situation. I mean, it, you know, it can definitely hone in more about what your specific situation is and guide you a little more precisely if you do a non-collective reading, a personal reading. But yeah, I mean, following your intuition is always the best thing. So, you know, you know, understand that feeling that you have in your gut. Whatever red flags you have, I mean, don't think that they're going to go away, because they don't. And a lot of times they get worse. So yeah, that is absolutely an accurate statement there, because I can tell you for a fact that's happened to me in the past. So when I didn't, long time ago, when I didn't follow my intuition. Yeah. And I've learned my lessons with that. All right. So we have the butterfly, relationship evolving to the next phase, healing the inner child and growth. All right. So it looks like, you know, maybe after you come and talk with this third party that blocked you, it once you know, you apologize, maybe the other person also apologizes. Hopefully if you get back together here and you have this honeymoon phase, that it'll evolve to the next phase, which is actually, you know, this honeymoon phase here. But you know, there is healing that's involved. So hopefully you all are healing on every, you know, with every person here in this triangle, especially in the inner child, because a lot of our wounds, a lot of our inner issues, whether they're attachment issues or self-sabotage, all sorts of things, a lot of times they stem from childhood issues. So all we can do is grow every day. So then we have mirror, mirroring each other, self-image, relationships reflecting our wounds, and introspection. Yeah. So, you know, healed people heal people, hurt people hurt people. So when you're healed and you're healing your wounds, that's when you can manifest a healthy relationship. If you don't heal your wounds, you will never be able to stay in a healthy or have a healthy relationship, because you know, you're not healed. You know, you always will self-sabotage or feel codependent, or you'll have abandonment issues, all sorts of things that crop up there. All right, we've got twin flames, yin yang, zen, balance, union, duality, coupling, and complement each other. All right. So obviously this has turned into a twin flame reading. Not surprising. So I'm thinking that you and this third party here are the twin flames. Obviously, karmics are not part of twin flames. So you and this third party here, the one that blocked you, you two are twin flames. And, twin flames are usually meant to learn from each other. But sometimes, I mean, there are a lot of twin flames out there that do get together and stay together. So, the goal is not necessarily union. I know it says it on the card here, but it's more to, face your inner shadows and work on them and heal and grow. So, yeah, I'm feeling that you two are the twin flames. But yeah, so, if you've moved on from this karmic, or if you're moving on from this karmic, that is probably the best thing for you, because like I said, karmic relationships are not meant to last. All right. So the first card out here, we have for advice, we have give thanks for the blessing of love soon to come your way. Know that you deserve to be and have all that your heart truly desires. Oh. So it sounds to me like you're going to reconcile with this third party here, which that's awesome. Okay. And then we have trust. Transformation occurs through acceptance. Once you accept the current situation, it will automatically transform. All right. So basically saying that, just surrender to the universe, trust in divine timing. It's always difficult for everybody, myself included, but it really is the best thing. And, once you trust and just let go, things will, turn out for the best for your highest self. So it sounds to me like you're, like I said, you're going to reconcile with this person here that blocked you, and just know that you're worthy of love. Everybody is worthy of love. So yeah. All right. So that was a good ending to that. All right, Gemini. Well, I'm going to leave this here. Please like, share, subscribe, and comment down below. Let me know your situation here, and let me know if this resonated. And until next time, take care and namaste.